Our coffee at Three Tree is about to level up. Why, you may ask? Because we're putting new Bentwood 63 vertical grinders in our shops. Now, a lot of people may not know how important coffee grinding is to making good coffee. The grinder is arguably more important than most other equipment that you may use. The way the coffee is ground and how well the coffee is ground will directly result in how good of extractions you can get, and therefore how good of quality of coffee you can get and how consistent of coffee you can get. And so I'm really pumped because we have put these new Bentwood Vertical 63 grinders in our Midtown and Porch locations. And so you should see a noticeable flavor increase for our pour overs, for our batch brews. If you're ordering bags for at home, even that's going to improve as well. And I just wanted to take a quick minute and explain why this new grinder is going to do such a better job of portraying and revealing the types of flavors we want our coffees to have. There's three main reasons why this grinder is better than many other grinders out there. The first one is a stepless grind adjustment, and you can choose all the way down to the micron size how fine you want to grind your coffee. That means that you can rotate through almost limitless infinity options to try and choose exactly what grind size do you want the coffee to be at. Most other grinders have what's called a stepped process, meaning you're clicking between different levels, whereas this one has a seamless, stepless grind size option, meaning you can choose and really dial in the coffee for the way you want it. The second reason why I'm really excited about the Bentwood Vertical Grinder is ground retention. It has very low ground retention. What does that mean? Well, in many grinders, when you grind coffee, there's going to be some of the coffee that gets left in the chambers, that gets left in the machine. And it sits for some time and it's starting to lose flavor. And then as you grind your next batch of coffee, some of that leftover coffee from the previous batch comes out, and then in that new batch, some of the coffee is left in. Some of the grounds get retained and stay in the chamber. Every grinder has ground retention. It's almost impossible to get rid of it completely, but the Bentwood Vertical Grinder has very low ground retention, meaning it's going to consistently put through what you put into the top. Whatever you put into the top to grind, it's going to send through in the grounds. And so that's just going to make a more consistent cup. It's going to prevent any sort of crossing of flavors. Let's say you grind an Ethiopian coffee that's super fruity, and then you grind a dark roast. Well, by the time you grind that dark roast, if there's bad retention, you're going to get some of the Ethiopia mixed in with some of the dark roast. Not with this grinder. You're going to get really good and low ground retention, meaning the cups are going to be more consistent. And the last reason I'm so excited about this grinder is it has incredible ground uniformity. What does that mean? Well, whenever you're grinding coffee, you're trying to get a certain size of particle or a micron size of coffee particle so that you can extract the coffee consistently. Let's say I want to grind it at level 5. Let's say the scale is 1 to 10. And I want to grind it at a 5 level. Well, on many grinders, when I grind it at a 5 level, I'm going to get most of my grounds being at that 5 level, but some of them are going to come out much finer, maybe like a 1 or 2 level, and some of them are going to come out much coarser, maybe like a 9 or 10 level. With this type of grinder, with the Bentwood, you have much tighter ground uniformity, meaning more of the grounds are going to come out right at that 5 level that you wanted. This is huge. If you don't have good ground uniformity, then what's going to happen is you can under-extract and over-extract a coffee at the exact same time, because some of the really fine particles are going to give you some harsh, bitter, over-extracted flavors, while some really coarse particles are not going to extract much at all. So with a tight ground uniformity in this type of grinder, you're going to extract as much flavor as possible, as consistently as possible, and you're definitely going to notice the difference in your cup. Well, there you have it. Those are the three reasons why I'm really excited that Three Tree Coffee has brought on the Bentwood Vertical 63 grinder into our shops. Go check out some of our shops and leave a comment if you've tasted some of these things, if you've noticed a difference. We want to hear what you think, and we hope you enjoy the coffee.